My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 16, 2023. It is 4:18 a.m. I just saw this article and I just posted on my community board and I want to go over it. Okay, so this is from Byline Time. Okay, Prince Harry to appear in person and phone hacking court case as Teflon Piers faces both barrels. First senior British royal to enter High Court witness box will allege Morgan oversaw newsroom criminality at Mirror reports. Okay, so let's go straight to the article. Okay, I shared that on my community board and you guys probably already read it. I don't know when I'm gonna edit this video. Okay, let's see here. The first senior British royal to ever enter the witness box in the High Court will allege Piers Morgan oversaw a conspiracy of newsroom criminality at the Daily Mirror, revealed Dan Evans. Okay, so these are some bullet points. Prince Harry will take aim at Piers Morgan in person from the witness box and doing so, making legal history in a landmark civil trial. Piers Morgan is accused of overseeing and approving industrial-scale criminal news gathering when he edited the Daily Mirror between 1995 and 2004. He is also said to be involved in a board-level cover-up of newsroom crimes from police and shareholders, which the publisher denies. Harry will claim Morgan's Mirror targeted him with illegal private investigators and phone hacking from the age of just 12. While, oh my God, 12 years old. That's like when his mom passed. Morgan has missed a deadline to defend himself. Oh, he didn't show up? Okay, Morgan has missed a deadline to defend himself with a sworn statement and looks unlikely to enter the witness box himself.
I would like to know who that royal was. I want to know when was that conversation.
I think that needs to be provided. That needs to be provided.
While 5 claimants go to legal battle on behalf of potentially 1,000 more to resist publishers' bid to time limit lawsuit on a technicality. Okay, so this is the article. Dan Evans is the co-founder of Byline Investigate. The Duke of Sussex is set to appear before Judge Mr. Timothy Fancourt to give his evidence and face cross-examination by lawyers for Mirror's group newspaper, MGN, as one of 5 test cases alleging extensive illegal snooping by its 3 national tabloids between 1996 and 2011. Oh, please, Princess Diana, be with your baby. This is the only way. This is it. This is it to defend your honor. It covers Morgan's often controversial editorship of the Daily Mirror between 1995 and 2004, and his period of de facto editor-in-chief of the Sunday Mirror from April 2001 until high-profile sacking for being hoax and to publishing fake photos of British troops supposedly abusing Iraqi prisoners of war. Wow. Justice Fancourt, at a preliminary hearing on 8th March, put the Duke's case in a small group among over 120 current claimants who would, quote, not settle without having come to court and had their trial and said what they want to, end quote, having MGN vacate 5 previous trials dates by paying out of large settlement on the proverbial steps of the court. Okay, some people settle out of court. Barrister David Sherborne also confirmed that the arrangement for video link evidence of witness in the 7-week trial, oh my God, 7-week trial starting 9 May, quote, certainly doesn't involve any of the individual claimant, end quote, seemingly assuring a live public appearance from the Duke. full detail of Harry's personal case against MGN, subsidiary of Reach PLC and publisher of the Daily Mirror, Sunday Mirror, and Sunday People, have yet to enter public record, but they are understood to claim he was targeted from the age of 12, if not earlier. My God. The case centered on 148 articles published between 1996 and 2010, said to be unlawful, sourced through the use of so-called newsroom dark arts, including phone tapping, phone hacking, and data blagging, or the obtaining of private information by deception. It is also understood the Duke will say MGN journalists unlawfully intercept voicemail he shared with, among others, his father, Prince, now King Charles, late mother Princess Diana, brother Prince William, ex-girlfriend Chelsea Davy, and friend Caroline Flack, whose suicide in 2020 was partly attributed to her struggles with tabloid press intrusion. Oh my God. The Duke will further rely on generic case available to all the claimants that make detailed allegation of wrongdoing against MGN and its legal department and former board of directors whom it's alleged conceal their knowledge of industrial scale use of unlawful private investigators from police and shareholders, claims the publisher and its defense deny. Connection to the Daniel Morgan murder. Okay, this is if I understood before I start reading it, this the mother of this person is using, I think Harry is having her with her lawyers or something like that. There's some connection here. Byline Time has learned that MGN intend to call former Chief Executive Officer Sly Bailey, as well as former senior figures from its legal department, to give evidence to rebuff claims of a corporate cover-up. It placed Prince Harry in the position of making accusation of serious criminal wrongdoing, including alleged involvement in voicemail hacking and other illegal private investigation involving Mr. Morgan, someone who is also a strident public critic. Morgan, it is understood, had not by an agreed deadline last week, entered any statement of his own to rebut the detailed accusation he will hear against him, although MGN may simply deny or not admit the truth instead of leaving it up to the claimant to prove, and Justice Fancourt to make up his own mind about the case as the Duke's lawyer pleads it. This is why those, Camilla Tomney wanted to have some sort of a discussion with Harry. I was just finishing editing that video. They wanted him to, this is just pure speculation, my humble opinion. I was reading some tweet, and I think it's episode 74, season 3, episode 74, either part 1 or part 2. So they wanted to have some sort of a debate with Harry, and what I've said in that video, as my pure speculation and my humble opinion, is that they probably were gonna ask him some question to incriminate himself so they could use against him against the court case, Piers Morgan and the newspapers. So they want Harry to say something so they could use it against him. Okay, let's continue with the article. According to the latest court document, Morgan is accused of authorizing the systemic and widespread, that's in quote by the way, use of illegal private investigators by MGN, including the Service of Southern Investigation, whose director Daniel Morgan was murdered in a car park in 1987 in Britain, most investigated unsolved killing, and of knowing about phone hacking in relation to the TV presenter Ulkira Johnson, contrary to his denial of wrongdoing to the Levison inquiry. On the matter of Southern investigation, Morgan's biggest story getters of the era, features editor Mark Thomas and investigation editor Gary Jone, were secretly recorded in 1999 by police commissioning multiple unlawful inquiries for illegal information. Mr. Jone continued to work today for MGN's parent company, Reach PLC, as the editor-in-chief of the Daily and Sunday Express. This is all as I'm reading this, I'm thinking this is why they remove Harry from Fragmore. They want to see things about him. I don't know. Whatever palace they put him, if he has court papers, anybody could walk in and view his papers. This is what I think. They want him to be in close proximity to them, because these are those people Charles hang out with, go to parties with. I cannot believe that article. I stumbled upon it by accident. I don't remember what I was looking for, but I started reading it and read, and I'm seeing all sort of names. I'm like, my God, so much. And then when I put everything together, I was like, oh shit, it's just getting cozy with the tabloid. And ever since I kept the screenshot of it. I don't know where I have the link of the article. It's probably on PYTE. I have to look for it. Okay, let's continue. It says that claimant should be time barred from suing it for historical wrongdoing, because 6 years, the time limit prescribed in law, have passed since MGN made belated and limited admissions of phone hacking only at the Sunday Mirror in a legal landmark trial in 2015. The coverage of the trial, MGNs argue, in fact set 6 years clock ticking, which now having expired should debar from taking civil action potentially thousands of further alleged victims of illegal news gathering between 1991 and 2011. The claimants, represented by private barristers David Sherborne, will argue that MGN's strident televised denials to the Leveson inquiry into press ethics in 2011 and 2012 of newsroom wrongdoing, including those made under oath by Mr. Morgan, had been believed by a wide audience of people. Also, they said the company concealed and continued to conceal the full extent of its wrongdoing while coverage of subsequent civil proceedings has been niche owing to a general tendency of the wider media not to report heavily on alleged misbehavior within its own industry. Quote, MGN is essentially trying to get off paying their victims compensation on a technicality, end quote, said a legal source. Quote, it is a big gamble to take considering the damaging claims that will be made about the company's conduct, but one MGN clearly thinks it's worth it. Okay, a royal first. Okay, so this is where Harry comes into play. Okay, Prince Harry anticipated appearance in person while making him the first member of Britain's first family to enter the witness box in a civil lawsuit since the High Court was established in 1873, though others have had involvement in the British court system. He is pursuing a similar parallel hacking claim against Rupert Murdoch's news group newspapers. Harry is gonna have more evidence. I will not say evidence. I will say, because under oath in the United States, I understand it's two completely separate systems and two completely different countries. But it's the same person. Rupert Murdoch is the same person who's using the same tactic of lies to make news. And he's doing the same thing in the UK and in the US. So the deposition he gave to Dominion, I think Harry could use some of it to somewhat support his case a little bit more. That's my humble opinion. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just throwing this out there. Okay, he is pursuing a similar parallel hacking claim against Rupert Murdoch's news group newspapers, while his wife Meghan Markle took Associate Newspapers publishers of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday and won a privacy claim over the publication of a letter to her dad. His late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, memorably intervened in 2002 to end the criminal trial of Princess Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, and with it, his potential to cause royal embarrassment. Last year, Prince Andrew settled his sexual misconduct case with Virginia Giuffre for a report of £12 million rather than enter a courtroom in the United States. However, given a range of seriousness of his claims, the Duke of Sussex is on the front foot going into this landmark civil lawsuit, likely to be contested so strongly that it will see the Court of Appeal, whatever its initial outcome. Each of the first test claimants selected because their cases between them cover the most common ground for judicial finding of facts about dozens of allegedly unlawful private eyes, and the action of knowledge of key MGN personnel is seeking damages of the legal costs. A total of 7 former or serving national newspaper editors, including Morgan's protege Richard Wallace, who in 2004 succeeded him at the Daily Mirror and who is now head of TV News UK Broadcasting, Morgan's current employer, are named in court papers. Oh my God. Last year, Wallace handed Morgan, dubbed by some Teflon Piers, for his habit of surviving scandal, a £50 million 3-year deal to front Rupert Murdoch's struggling talk TV channel and write columns for The Sun, probably making him the world's best paid journalist and offering a platform used to regularly criticize the Duke of Sussex. My goodness. A legal source said, quote, Morgan is facing a lot of serious claim made by a member of the royal family and a very big civil trial, which legally binding outcome which will go to the heart of his evidence to a previous public inquiry which was also legally binding. Quote, he is not usually known for allowing allegation of the nature of the Duke and other claimants or having about him to go unchecked, and make no mistake, it appears both barrels are pointing at Mr. Morgan in this legal action. Quote, it remains to be seen whether he wishes to be a witness for the defense, but trial preparation is well underway and deadlines for giving witness statement have now passed, so early indicates that we won't hear from Mr. Morgan from inside of the courtroom at least. The trial and Mirror newsroom newspaper hacking litigation MNHL is scheduled to start on May 9th and will last approximately 7 weeks. The case continues. Wow, this is huge. So Morgan did not even say anything about his deadline. Okay, let's go on Twitter, see what some people are saying. Okay, byline tag Sussex squad. Okay, and now everyone will know why Piers don't pursue a year-long bullying campaign targeting Harry using Meghan as a proxy. He's afraid to go to prison. Let's see here. Okay, sadly, he probably was that obsessed with Meghan. The court case is just dessert tapping. Be interesting if Morgan throws other people under the bus as well. We can only hope so. There's that. Okay, good luck, Harry. Well, this sounds interesting. Piers might think a bit. Mirror editor, Morgan sacked over fake photos. What? Britain Daily Mirror editor Piers Morgan was sacked last night as the newspaper's board finally accept that picture purporting. Okay, sometimes I think watching Harry move and maneuver through life, the things we can observe, if he were allowed to pursue a military career, he would have made it to general. He's a very observant and strategic man, unafraid to act when necessary. I admire him. Okay, connecting the dot. Let's see here. Piers Morgan claims royal family members thanked him for standing up to Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Former GMB host said he had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family. That's when he was talking to something Bush in the United States regarding Meghan things and stuff like that.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
I'm very
people?
grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
Okay, there's this here. Anger mounts over Camilla lunch attended by Jeremy Clarkson and Piers Morgan. Okay, I'm telling you, Harry is pissed. Okay, Rebecca Brooks pinning hopes for Talk TV on Piers Morgan show. News UK chief oversees launch of national news channel that could define her time and change of company. That was back in April 2022. Okay, well, I hope he has evidence to back that up, because I love to see Morgan held to account at least. Let's see this. I hope so too. Okay, it will not be going to trial if there was no evidence. Oh boy, has received, and he's going to blow him out of the water. Yep. Yep, he must have his things in order. 7-week trials starting 9 May. I'm telling you, my goodness. And this is why they changed his place. Okay, from Frogmore to whatever palace they want him to be, because they want to close eyes on him. I don't know. I just hope he doesn't stay near any ground of any palaces. Okay, it's not the first time. The then Prince of Wales in 1891 gave evidence in the High Court and Gordon Cumming libel action, the Trenby Croft affair. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Okay, let me not waste time on this. Let's focus on the now. Let me bookmark this so I could get the name later. Okay, now that he had left the firm institution, he's getting excellent legal counsel for his best interests and not for the monarchs and everyone above him. And there's a lot of powerful people who want to help him, like Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Elton John. Let's not bring them into this, but whatever. Okay, this is so freaking exciting. He's hoping Morgan gets at least some of what's coming to him. All right, let me go into that though. Okay, this suit is parallel to a class action lawsuit for the same phone hacking on Elton is part of it. This is huge. True. Okay, powerhouse people next to Harry, well deserved after living in the white-only club cult where being given a huge emotion like being able to cry is seen as a crime. That is true. Okay. I hear some noise. I don't know if it's them. Okay, so this is why Slemmy Piers is trying to discredit them so much. Okay, I hope Harry gets his day. Okay, its day in court and wins against the Murdoch forces. Okay, there can be no mercy. Okay, so is the Mirror going to throw Piers under the bus? I hope so. Wow, so it's no longer of a matter of May. Harry will be in court, I'm assuming in person. Will this be an open court? Okay, good question. Let's see here. In person, this is going to be interesting. Sound like it's a via video conference. It's hard to tell without a spokesperson confirming. Okay, I will dust off my passport and fly over there to be an in-person fly on the wall. May is about to be interesting. Go Harry. I'm telling you, this what will get people over there, not the freaking coronation. You better stop playing with me. There's that. Okay, could Piers go to jail for this? Let's see that one. Okay, I hope so. And Voss in jail. I hope so. We could all wish that after this trial, he goes to jail. Well, Max Clifford did. Oh, okay. All right, let's move on. I can't believe I'm already 23 minutes. Well done, Harry. We are behind you. Those people have been salivating to get Prince Harry on the witness stand. I will pray every single day that God gives him strength, peace, grace, and power to deal with to one of the most evil set of crooks in the UK. Something must change for the better. It's either now or never. That's fine. Hope he meets his match. Can't wait. Get him, Harry. Okay, wow. Let me read. Prince Harry is ready. This is awesome, but it also means good King Harry will be in the UK for the coronation. Well, it's May 9, and I believe the thing is the 6th, isn't it? Alright, Archie's birthday is the 6th, so which means most likely he's just gonna spend as much time as possible with his children and family, and then most likely afterward fly over there. I don't think he's gonna stay over there, and I hope he find another place to stay because it's not good for him. This is awesome, but it also means good King Harry will be in the UK. Alright. What I love to see, Piers Morgan go to jail. How sweet will that be? There's that. Go Ginger Avenger. Yep. What is it? My illusion video. You guys should watch it because I put something like this. Good luck, Harry. Go, Prince Harry. Get him. That GIF. Let me read what's there and then read a prayer. Wow. Harry making sure to fire Fleet Street murder gutter media to the ground. Okay, that same Piers Morgan that published fake pictures of Iraqi abuse of British soldiers, even though it was obviously fake. That guy, I'm sure he's never done anything out of order with the royal family. And now it all makes sense. There's the clap. Go, Harry. Come on, Harry. Cut him off. Okay, so now let's do a prayer. I was looking for images to do prayer. I think I have a sense of what I want for him. Prayer, and I think I said for when Meghan was going to one of those trial. I don't remember which trial. Well, there's only one, but anyway, let's focus. Prayer for Harry. No, let's not put Harry so you don't have some crazy stuff start popping up. Prayer for God to it didn't come out right, but let's see what comes. Is there anything? Prayer for God to guide and help convey thoughts and understanding. Let's do that. Thought. Let's use convey thoughts, and let's use understanding. And the word guide is not coming. What pops up? Okay. Maybe it's too much. Perfect. Okay. Nothing still. Almighty and everlasting God, you know my heart. You know I am innocent. Take away my distress. Calm my mind. Have mercy on me and hear my, I guess. Okay, what can we have here? Let's do this one. Prayer for favoring and court matters. Okay, I will clench to you, O Heavenly Father, for you are my strength in the midst of these legal battles. Help me to be calm and think clearly. Ease my mind of the noise within. Quiet my soul so that I can hear and follow your instruction. I think this is it. I think this is it. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. That's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better